Okay, so you have your coronary sinus, or sorry, this is your interventricular group where your coronary artery and vein run. If you have a heart attack, it's because one of these arteries or veins gets blocked, and it kills the heart muscle, because these are the veins that are feeding the actual muscle of the heart. Okay, dorsal and ventral sides. So your dorsal side is going to be how it lays in the sheep. The dorsal side of the sheep's up here, so this is the dorsal side of the heart. Ventral side of the sheep down here. This is slightly flatter, this is slightly rounder. The best way though is to look at the two sides. Your right side is going to be thinner, your left side's going to be thicker. So if your right side's actually on your right, then you're looking at a dorsal view. If your right side is on your left, then you're looking at a ventral view. Okay, so let's start with your anterior vena cava. Blood comes in, goes into your right atrium, comes down. You have 3 tricuspid valves. They have to be tricuspid if there's 3 of them. You have 1, 2, and 3. Comes down into the right ventricle. You have your moderator band right there. Can everybody see that? That is what prevents your heart from expanding too far, because the side's really thin, because it's only pumping blood to your lungs. Doesn't need a lot of muscle to pump it very far.
Can you point to the valve thingies again?
1, 2, and 3. So those are your tricuspid valves. This right here, these little tendon-like things, that's your chordae tendineae. Can you guys all see that? They attach to papillary muscle, which are supposed to look like nipples.
Yay!
According to whatever male decided that heart muscle looked like nipples.
Pervert.
Okay, so the blood's in the right ventricle. It needs to leave to go to the lungs. So, turn it over. And it comes out the pulmonary trunk. This splits into the 2 pulmonary arteries. So, quick thing about about arteries and veins. Most of the time we think of arteries carrying oxygenated blood and veins carrying deoxygenated blood. When you're thinking about the heart, you can't think of it that way, because the pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood. The definition of an artery is that the artery is pumping blood away from the heart, and veins are pumping blood to the heart. So the pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood, and the pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood. So blood exits through the pulmonary trunk into the pulmonary arteries. You have the semilunar valve there, and one that was supposed to be there, not there anymore. But you have a nice one right there. So that's a pulmonary semilunar valve. And then blood goes to the lungs, gets oxygenated, comes back, enters the left atrium via 4 pulmonary veins. 1, come on, 2, and there's another one somewhere. Know that there are 4 pulmonary veins that are coming back into the left atrium. Blood then comes down into the left ventricle. Again, you have chordae tendineae and papillary papillary muscle. But this time you have 1, 2 bicuspid valves. Okay? The blood comes down into the ventricle and now is going to get pumped to the rest of the body. Hence why this side is so thick, because it's pumping the blood all the way to the rest of the body. Comes out the aorta and the brachiocephalic trunk. So right here you have 1 aortic semilunar valve and 2 aortic semilunar valves. So you have semilunar valves on both sides, chordae tendineae on both sides, papillary muscle on both sides. Moderator band is only on the right side. So those are all good things to know. You have 3 layers to your heart. You have your epicardium, which covers the outside, your myocardium, which is literally your heart muscle, and your endocardium, which is the smooth layer on the inside. And this is your interventricular septum. I'm pretty sure. Go back to the, flip that page this way. This one. Interventricular septum is this part that separates your 2 sides of your heart. Okay?
Is that it?
That's it for the heart.